Right guys, right, I managed to get back out after a few days of being pretty busy building chicken pens and stuff, but managed to get out today for a few hours. As you can see, it's lovely and sunny. Looks like it's going to be a nice few hours for me, like any rain, which makes a change. Anyway, first signal, believe it or not, after about 3 or 4 steps, and what have we got here? It's a doorknob. There we go. Still got the shaft on it as well. There we go. It always amazes me how doorknobs can get in the middle of a field. Strange. But yeah, I don't know what that's made out of. It looks like it's brass, maybe bronze, something like that. Brass, I think. There again, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's an interesting one. There you go, first find. Right, see you in a few minutes. Right again, guys. Well, I'm still at the same hole where the doorknob was. It's just sheer luck, but I happened just to glance over here where this piece of pot is that caught my eye. And this was there. If I can just get out the sun a little bit there. There you go. Sorry it's not too clear, but there isn't a macro on this camera, so it's quite difficult, but it's a medal. It's an rspca medal. I know you won't be able to see it with this camera, but it's got rspca along the bottom there. As you can see, it's a star shape. You can see where it would have had a loop at the top. It's got some horses, looks like a dog and a cat on the back. Something about kindness. Kindness and power or something, so it's definitely an rspca medal. It's, I think these are First World War. This would be like 1914, 16, something like that. I have sort of seen bits and bobs of them on the internet, but I'll have to have another look into that. I'm not too sure why they were given, but it's definitely a medal. Because there's nothing to attach it to a cap, and it'd be pretty pointless with having something on the back if it was. So it must be a medal. Yeah, that's really nice, and it was just sitting on top of the dirt. Unbelievable. Yeah, there you go. Right, we'll see you at the next one. Right again, guys. Right, we've got another signal down here. God, this sun is so bright. And we got... what is this? Piece of lead. Oh, hang on. It's a brooch. Looks like there's been a fastener there and there. Shame there's no macro, but I don't know if you can see that. It's got engravings on it. It's got an eye, a mouth. Looks like scales. It looks like a dragon. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely looks like a dragon. It's been some sort of brooch. So lost it now. Yeah, it is. It's a brooch. Definitely got engravings on it. Yeah, it's a little dragon. How cool is that? That's really nice. Yeah, great. Right, see you at the next one. Alright guys, just found this, and sorry I just filled it back in, but it's a dog tag. Bracken. Oh, there's a phone number on the back. Yeah, it's a new number. Well, one of the newish ones with the O and the ones in it. So I'm not sure. I might give that a ring and see if they want it back. Perhaps, I'm not sure. It's the first time I find one with a number on. Oh yeah. Oops. That's down there somewhere. Right. I'll get back to you on the next one. Alright guys, again. I've not done anything for a while. I changed fields and I've come to a really old track that used to cut across all the fields. It's on maps from like 1709, so I went up there and it's way too overgrown. It's not even ground there, it's like leaf litter and moss, and you just can't cut through it. It's impossible. There are signals there, so I might leave that for the winter. So I've just come across where the field comes out and joins with two other fields to this path, and I've just been digging just on the edge of all three, hoping that, once upon a time somebody came across here and dropped something. Anyway, first thing we found was a battery. It's over there, a really old one, so you can see it there. It's not much to look at. Got a little signal here. As you can see, this is the type of stuff you dig, and it's roots and moss, and it's a nightmare to get through. But anyway, I just come up with this. It's really fragile and nearly broken. Not too sure what it is, to be honest. It looks like an old buckle. It's hard to even tell what it's made out of anymore. It's very corroded. Not too sure. It was a nice little thing. Some sort of buckle, I would have thought. But anyway, I'll have a bit more of a sweep around here and see if we can find any coins or anything. It's a bit more interesting, because I haven't really been finding anything that amazing coin-wise since I found the silver shilling a couple of weeks ago. Even a penny would be nice at the moment. So we got about another hour of daylight. We'll keep going and see what happens. Right, I'll catch you on the next one. Alright guys, I've came out a second day. We ran out of daylight last night. I hadn't found a lot of stuff, so I thought I'd come out for a few hours tonight, just while it's still nice before the rain comes. I've been digging for about half an hour. That's all I found so far is an old water drain that used to come here to a farm here. But just dug this signal here, as you can see. Nice old brass buckle. It's hinged at the sides, and that's where the pen obviously went through, unless it was something to do with reins on horses. But it could be a shoe buckle. So, yeah, it looks like brass. Just that needs a good clean. Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's quite nice. So hopefully now that's a good sign, because I really haven't been having much luck apart from old bits of cast iron and an old drain pipe, to be honest. I must have found half a plough about 20 yards behind, so I'm hoping not to dig too many more of them. But anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Alright guys, it's been a while since I found anything. I've just been going around some of these old stone walls. I go around all the fields around here, and they are big fields. I mean really big. I don't want to show too much, but they're huge. Talking hundreds of acres around here. And to be honest, I'm walking around and I look a bit like a pea in a whistle, To cover all these fields is going to take months and months. Anyway, nothing for a while, and I'll just come in with this. Yeah. And there you go, another buckle. It's actually got some green on this, so it could be copper, but it might be no. It looks like that's the actual colour. Not sure. Looks like green enamel. That's quite nice. Not too sure what it was off. Definitely had a pin to this. It might be a small shoe buckle. I think it's a bit too small for a belt. So it could have been, like I said, it could be off a horse as well, because like I said, all the land here was all worked by horses. And I'm always finding old plough bits and old harrow parts, spikes and stuff for breaking up the ploughed soil. We got a couple of really old machines from the 30s in one of our barns. But yeah, that's what that is. It's quite a nice little buckle. Well, still no coins though, but it looks like it's going to be a buckle day today. That's all we seem to be finding. I think it's the second or the third buckle so far. But they're nice to find. So there we go. Hopefully see you on the next one. Right guys, I found another one of these things. I don't know if anybody else knows what they are, but I found quite a few of these. Silver container, so aluminium I think. Screw top. I'm not sure what it is, but when you empty them out, they've always got like this grey powder stuff in them that breaks up. Well, first when I found half of one, and I thought it might have been some sort of old battery, you know, with bits of like zinc and stuff that's in them, but you can see it's all in here. It just falls out. No idea what they are. But like I say, it's just this powdery stuff that throws me off. See? So if anybody knows what they are, let me know, because I keep finding them all the time, and I gather it's something to do with farming. I'm just not sure what they are. There you go. Right, cheers. If anybody knows what that is, just drop me a PM or a comment, and I'll be glad to find out what they are. Right, cheers. See you on the next one. Right guys, again. Right, haven't been telling you before about finding plough pads and stuff, that's sort of in the middle of the video. There you go. Here's another one. Look the size of this thing. Oh, obviously it's the back of some sort of harrower. Not sure what. It is really heavy. I've got most of the iron turned off on the 250, but it still keeps picking these up, so I'm not sure what's in them, but it keeps pinging them up all the time. So yeah, that's a big bit of metal. It might actually... Is there a hole in that there? No. So there you go, another big piece of something. Thing is, when they ping up, it looks like something really good. It's sort of in between sort of bronze and silver, so you've got to dig it just in case it's an old coin, or just a silver that's in amongst some trashy stuff. So there you go. Would have been nicer if it was a coin, eh? Right, I'll see you in the next one. Right guys, right, you're never ever going to believe this. I've been walking around for miles and miles all around the fields here, and I get back right outside one of the barns at my own house. Believe it or not, right outside, no, you can see it, right outside my own barn. Okay? And it's no more than 20 yards from my house, and look what just popped up. My second coin. This looks really old. Can't see any markings on it. There is something, but it might clean up if I put it in the sonic cleaner, maybe, just to shake some of the bits off. I'm not sure if I can get anything off it. There's something there, you can see a raised something on there. There's definitely some shape on that side there, so we might be able to get something off that. I know this camera hasn't got a macro on it, so I don't know why I'm trying to show you that, but that's how big it is anyway. Yeah. If anyone knows what this is, which you're bound to, because I'm new to this, so if you know what that is, it'd be great if you could let us know. But until then, I'll try and give it a clean and see if I can get something off it. But it looks really old. I'm really happy with that. Woohoo! Finally found another coin. After all the plough pads and buckles and stuff, I got another coin. There you go. Lovely. Well happy. I'm right outside my own house. What's the chances? Oh dear. Right, okay. I might get another 20 minutes in, and then I'll go in the house and I'll give all the bits I found a bit of a clean. And I'll try and do a roundup video tonight, because there is a lot of bits that I found. And I've just dropped the coin. But anyway, I'll get that in a sec. But if I don't do any more, I'll catch you up on the roundup. Cheers, bye. Right, you okay guys? Right, I'm just going to do a roundup now of some of the stuff we got. I'll start off with the not so amazing stuff first, because there's quite a bit of it. I've got a little box of it here almost. Okay, well we'll start off with this. The compulsory doorknob. Not sure what it's made out of. Could be brass, I suppose. An iron shaft. Amazes me still how these things get into a field. It really does. There you go. Okay. Thought we had another one, but it looks like that's some sort of... It looks like a bolt, maybe. A tractor. Maybe even a pen. Not too sure of that one. Some sort of industrial thing anyway. Weighs an absolute ton. Some of the funniest stuff we started finding. The first thing we pulled out was this, which is an old tyre lever, tyre iron, depends where you come from, but there you go, tyre lever. And we were laughing, trying to work out how something like that got in a field, and it was next to a house. So obviously we thought perhaps at one time or another somebody's been prizing their tyre off, probably punched the ground by accident and whew, into the field with it. But we're not too sure how it got there, but it was in there real good. And it was about 8 inches down. I was going to leave it because I actually thought it was a water pipe or something, and I tapped it with the digging tool. But there you go. Then after that, believe it or not, looks like we pulled up his hammer and all. Wasn't too far away, maybe 5-6 yards away. A big old hammer. That's what you can call it. It's thin on one end, I suppose, but it's definitely a hammer or something. You can see where the wooden staves come through there. This is a big old iron. Looks like a log splitter or a tree wedge. It all depends what it's been used for. Now this I found near a little tiny wood. Obviously it's been well used. It's mushroomed at the top. But yeah, it's another big lump of iron. Bits of farm machinery stuff. I'm not sure what any of this stuff is. It's probably something to do with scraping hay up or something similar, because there's loads and loads of these everywhere. That's all I can think of is on the old-fashioned stuff you used to drag behind with your horse and stuff. You always had a load of these all dangling down, giving it this, and they just like scrape the hay up into bundles, ready for collecting and threshing. So I think that's what they are. Looks like an old bit of a wood chisel, from what I can make out. There's no holes or anything. It's not a key, so I would have thought that's a wood chisel. Look at this, which is a worm off the side of an old hay trailer, bale trailer. I have seen these on pictures. They go along the side like that. When you tie your stuff down with your baling twine, you wrap it around this worm. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But it's the first one of those I found. Like I said, farm machinery. Like I was saying on the video, finding all this old farm machinery stuff. It's just everywhere. Amazing how so much of it gets broken, just left in the middle of the field, really. But yeah, loads of it. As you can see, here's another one. That's a similar type of thing that's been dragged behind something. But yeah, I would have thought that was something to do with some sort of harrower breaking the soil. Usual coke from the furnace. Loads of this again, as you can see in the box here. Loads and loads of it everywhere. Washers, nuts, bolts, loads. Nails. I've never seen so many nails. I've got nails everywhere. Just every other signal is normally a nail, but I can't blank them out with a discriminator, because obviously I don't want to miss some of the more interesting stuff, which could have bits and bobs of iron and stuff in it. So unfortunately I have to dig them. I'm using the Ace 250, so you haven't got an iron. Well, you've got an iron discriminator, but you've got no numbers or sound for it, so never mind. Plenty of them. Not sure of this. Yeah, when it first came up I thought that was some sort of chisel, because it's got a point. So it could be. Getting a lot of these now. These are ear tags of a cow. Still got the numbers and things on. Aluminium, I think, or some sort of tin. But yeah, no end of those. More nails and aluminium. Nails. Lead. Another ear tag. Lead. So I think that's an ear tag of a sheep, because it's quite small. Another one of those. It's a tap. The bit you turn. There you go. That was next to a tree. Strange. Not sure. The usual end of a shotgun shell. Washer. Another one, shotgun shell. More shotgun shells. Again, so looks like a little 410. Lead. Another 12 gauge shell, end casing. Oh, we dug this up out of wood. God only knows what it is. Big old piece of iron. When I first seen it, when I first started digging it, this bit here with the spikes was poking up like that. So I thought it was an old gin trap, because we've got some of them hanging up on the walls around our farm. They're no good anymore, obviously. The springs are knackered on them, but they're like nailed up onto the wall. They were here when we come here, so I thought instantly that's what that was. So I was a bit careful at first how I was touching it, because you never know. You certainly don't want to get your fingers caught in an old ginny, but this isn't. It's one piece. It's a ring with holes in it. It's strange. The only other thing I've seen like this is normally on top of a marquee. Your centre pole, and then you have ropes coming from this, and that's what the old marquees used to have. So I'm not sure. I can't think of anything else it'll be. It's obviously for something, for holding something up. But yeah, that was a strange one. Not too sure about that one. I'll hook off the back of a picture frame. Right, move on to the more interesting things now. Okay. Quite like this when we pulled this out. This is a hammer off a shotgun. It's the one off the right hand side. It's still got the hinge here. So somebody had a real bad day when they snapped the hammer off the shotgun. The thing is, though, I can't understand why they wouldn't have picked it up. But I did try to give it a clean, see if there's anything underneath it, you know. But it's too badly corroded. It's just all been replaced by the corrosion and rust. So there's nothing underneath it. That is as it is. But yeah, I really like that. Yeah, when I first seen that in the hole, I thought it might have been an old musket or something. I was getting pretty excited jumping up and down there, but it's a hammer off a shotgun. It's too short here in the bottom half. But yeah, nice. Buckles. Seen these, me getting them at the field. Just before we did the roundup, these are the last couple of things I found. Brass. Another brass one. You still see the brass on. It's still quite shiny, and obviously the camera's not too good. It hasn't got a macro or anything on it, which is a pain. We think that one's off a horse's bridle, because it's a bit too narrow. It's sort of a weird shape to be anything else. So bridle or a reins buckle, you can see where the pin rests here. Yeah, that's quite nice. I don't know if I showed you this one before, so we'll show it again. It's top half of a silver spoon. It's silver. There's no stamp on it, but it's off a decorative spoon or a ladle. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but in the middle here it's got a Scottish thistle, which is quite nice. I'm not too sure what's happened to it. It looks like this is some sort of welding burn. I get this on metal when I'm welding, and it sprays away. You get that little explosion of sparks. It hits something and it sticks, and it looks real similar to that. So I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's quite nice. Little watch winder, or watch chain loop, or whatever they're called, for a pocket watch. It's quite nice. It's the first one I've had of those. This was quite exciting when I first got this. It actually looked like a dragon, because the way the dirt was and the lines and stuff on it looked like it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it looked like that's an eye, and there's a nose and a mouth, and it was just shaped like a dragon with a hole in it here. But now I give it a clean, it's not. I think there should be another big bit here with another pin, and maybe a bit at the top here. I think it's off a wardrobe or a decorative piece for a sideboard or something like that. But it doesn't look like a dragon now. But like I said, before we give it a good clean, you could just see these bits, and it looked just really like a dragon brooch. But I think it's for decorating furniture. Showed this yesterday, just give it a little bit more of a clean. That's the dog tag with the phone number on the back. Give it a little bit of a clean. Couldn't clean it too much because the engraving on it's really shallow now. But that's for bracken. Obviously it's been a dog, I think. Looks a bit too big for a cat. But yeah, that's nice. Okay, a button. This is really nice. See, it's still got the hoop on the back. The camera won't pick it up, I know it won't, but there's actually a reef going all the way around the back, like a laurel sort of reef, which is really nice. It was a bugger to find in the hole. I kept pushing it around, and I was just chasing it around. But we got it out in the end. Yeah, nice little button. Right, one of the more unusual things is the medal. It's a 1914 to 1918, I believe these were handed out. And this is an rspca, I think it's band. What was it called now? I forget. It's a band of something. It's called medal. It's given to people who, look after animals or treated their animals really good around the First World War time. A lot of soldiers got given these. On the front here there's a shield. It looks like the two lions rampant on each side. There's something at the top, I can't quite see that. I know the camera's not picking it up, which is a real shame because there is still a lot of detail on the one side. The other side has started to go, but you can see on the back there's the two donkeys. There's a dog, I think it's a horse, and there's something else, and it says at the bottom rspca. And written around the side it says, I'm trying to read it while I'm keeping it in focus, but hang on one sec. I can't see it now. I give it a clean with a toothbrush and now the dirt's come off. It's quite hard to read it. But it's power justice. Something else is that there is a piece that actually came off. You can't read that piece. Kindness. It's just words just around the side. Basically, you've got a star. Because I know the camera won't pick it up, but there's a star here. Then there's a circle, like a coin. Then you got your pictures, and the words are all the way around the outside. It looks like the last time it went bouncing around the field, the plough nicked it. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a 1914 to 1918 rspca medal. Yeah, that is really, really nice. But yeah, there you go. Amazing what you can find. And this was the one that was right on top of the ground. It must have been ploughed up and under, and it's come back to the top and was just sitting there drying out in the sun. That's what caught my eye, was the shininess of it. But originally this would have been bronze, but obviously it's fading now. I think it wouldn't have lasted much longer in the field, being bounced around before it started to break up. But yeah, that's really nice. When I get another camera with a macro on it, I'll get some better shots of these things with more detail on, so you can have a really good look at them. But if you want to look online to see what it would have looked like, it's a 14 to 18 rspca medal. There you go. Rivets, millions of these things, they're everywhere. Thought this was actually the cocking lever of a rifle when we seen it in the ground, but since then we think it's the latch of a gate. If you look, it looks like it had a pivot there, and it's a type of thing off an old gate, you know, the side entrance gates you get. I think that's what that is. Lots of little decorated pieces. Probably a brooch. There was a stone or maybe a pearl or something like that that went in the middle. Let's see, it's got little lines cut into it. Well, that probably would have been a nice piece at one time. Got this. No idea what it is at all. We thought it might have been hair slide with having these little springy things on, but they're very, very flimsy. They're held in with rivets. The only thing we could come up with was a hair slide. Can't think of anything else that would have been. Loads and loads of these things. I think they're 2-2 bullets, judging by them. I don't think they're rivets because they're not squashed enough, really. It looks like it's the cap off the bottom, because you can see where they've been struck by a pen, a firing pin. So I think that's where the bottom half of the cases of 2-2 bullets. I think that's it now, apart from the coin, which was somehow with me, which was one of the last things that came up. Now this I'm very puzzled about. Oh god, I almost have an hole in my hand. we can't get nothing off it. When you do hold it in the light in a certain way, there is a face on it. It's facing to the right. At first I looked at it and I thought it might have been actually a new coin, like a 10p, because of obviously the face facing to the right, and it's near enough exactly the same size, but very, very, very thin. But when I compared it to the Queen's head of the normal coins, the face on this is very, very thin, and the shoulders is quite wide across the bottom of the coin. You can't really see anything else. You can see a hole and a nose and the chin, but you won't be able to see it on this camera. You really have to hold it to the light and get it just right, and you can see in the blackness of the coin, you can just see the shape. I was going to stick it in the electrolysis machine, but I don't know if it'd make any difference really. It's just very black. I'll give it a clean with a toothbrush, and some water, and then let it dry and wipe a bit more of the mud off, but I'm not sure about it. I really aren't. But there's, like I said, when you hold it in the light, there's definitely a head facing that way. Actually, the camera nearly picked it up then. Can you see that? There's the shoulders and there's the head. There's the eye and the nose. It's very nearly got it. Yeah, about there. See, the light's changed now, so it's disappeared again. There's the very wide shoulders and the head. So anybody, any ideas at all what that is, would be great. I would have a look on the internet, but as I'm doing this film now, our internet's actually dropped, and we got an engineer coming out to sort that out. There you go. You can see it again in the light there. There's the face there. Yeah, wide shoulders, eye, nose, chin. It's a lot thinner than the coins we use now. In the face, you know, the actual picture itself. Anyway, anybody knows what that might be? Give us a comment or something. That'd be great. It really would, because I'm not too sure what it is. Right, that's it. That's some of the stuff out of this box and the more interesting finds. Should be going out again pretty soon. There's the stuff I just showed you. There's this as well, but I can't really pick it up. It's that fragile. When I went to give it a clean, it broke. No idea what it is. I think it's off a brooch or something. But yeah, it's quite nice. There you go. So I'm hoping to get back out again quite soon. Maybe tomorrow, or the day after, I think, and we'll go and try a couple more fields. So all the stuff that you see is just from 2 days, and it's just really from walking around the dry stone walls to the boundaries of each field. I didn't really go into the middle of any. I just stayed to the sides and just walked around the walls. So, because obviously when the fields get ploughed, it drags the stuff to the sides of the field. So I thought I'd give that a try first. Bloody iron. Stay with me. So next time we go, we'll move further out into the field. Perhaps we might get some more coins, but so far that's all I've had, is this one and the silver shilling. I thought I would have had some more by now with the amount of other stuff that we got here. You know, with all this stuff that's being kicked around in the field, you think somebody drops some money, you know what I mean? But either I'm missing it, or it's somewhere I don't know it is, or everyone who dropped money here instantly spun round and picked it up and put it back in the pocket, because it's getting really, really, really hard to find any coins at all. And so if coins were, you know, if these nails were coins, you know, I'd probably have a coin from every single year since 19 bow and arrow, do you know what I mean? But there you go. That's the nature of it, I suppose. So as soon as we get another day out, we'll do another video, and we'll get that uploaded as soon as we can. Hopefully the internet and stuff will be sorted out tonight. We've got to have a new line bundling, because it's going through a set of trees, and we think with the storm that we had a while ago, it's buggered the line up basically. So hopefully we'll be able to get that uploaded when we do the next one. Right, anyway, so please subscribe. Any comments would be great, especially regarding that coin, because I'm not too sure whether or not to put it in the display cabinet or just leave it in the general bits and bobs boxes. I still keep all this stuff. Don't ask me why. It's just, you know, once I've got it off the field, I bring it back and it goes in the box. But there we go. So I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. All the very best, and happy hunting. Cheers.